Hi guys, my name is Laura. I'm an esthetician in Arizona and just have recently obtained my license for the state of California. I wanted to make this video to share my experiences with California State Board and hopefully ease your nerves and help you to not freak out within those last hours of school and you preparing for your practical. Even if your school is offering you a pre-made kit, I suggest making your own kit so you can understand your products that you have, and it'll help you to remember your steps better if you remember that you put your own kit together. Now this is my kit right here. This is it. It's a 27 quart container that I bought from Walmart. It was maybe $8, maybe $10, but this is all that you need for your state board right here. Before we get into the kit, I want to tell you about the Candidate Information Bulletin. Please go to your state's website. For California, it's barbercosmo.ca.gov. I went ahead and downloaded the information, printed it out, and I know this looks like a big scary piece of paper right here, pamphlet, but please read the whole thing. I know people don't like to read this thing, they just like to be told what to do. And fine, whatever, you can do that with this video, which is what I'm trying to do for you here, but just read it. It will help you to understand everything. It has step by step, each step that you are going to need for your practical test. It even has some theory test questions on the back, which helped me a lot. So make sure before you start anything with your practical that you download this right here and print it out because it's very, very important. Okay, so a checklist. I've already told you about the 27 quart container right here. This is going to have all of your stuff inside. You're also going to need a mannequin head. This is my beautiful Perla right here. It's not supposed to have any makeup on it. And if it doesn't have eyebrows, please draw the eyebrows on because you're going to need it for your waxing portion. It'll be easier for you. But no makeup. Perla has a little bit of makeup because I haven't cleaned her since my California State Board. She looks a little bit messy. But if she does look messy like this, make sure that you clean her. You want to have her nice and ready for your own practical exam to do all of the steps on it. You're also going to need one of these donuts here. Luckily, I had just recently purchased a massage table, so I just pulled this little hole, this is the face hole, out of it, because in Arizona, we were allowed to use the clamp, which holds your mannequin in place, and then you clamp it onto the table. But when I got to California, they said clamps are not allowed, which I was kind of freaking out. But I luckily had this. So if you don't have one of these, you can go ahead and roll up 2 towels and sort of stick them kind of like this and lay your mannequin head on top of them. The reason I didn't want to do that is because I was worried about my mannequin head moving around a little too much. So even if you know somebody, just ask them if you can borrow something like this so that you could lay your mannequin head down and she will be nice and sturdy for you to do your exam. So there's your mannequin head, your donut, your 27 quart container. And when choosing your container, please make sure that it has clamps on the side so that it is definitely closed. Your proctor who is testing you that day wants to make sure that nothing is going to get into your kit where all of your clean items are stored and get contaminated. Everything about this test is about cleanliness. The cleaner you are, the better. So here, let's check out what's inside of the kit. Now, the first bag that you're always going to pull out is going to hold your hand sanitizer and your barbicide and a towel. Nothing in your kit can have a label on it. You have to make the labels yourself, and I will show you how to do that. The barbicide has to have the actual ingredients listed on it. It has to be the real thing, an EPA tested, EPA approved barbicide cleaner to clean everything with. You're going to need 2 bags, and you can see these are all hamajang bags right here. It doesn't matter. All they need to say on them are trash. As you can see, here's my CVS bag right here. But we're going to turn it around to the proctor. They're going to see this side here without the CVS tag on it. It's just going to say trash. It needs to be labeled. This is where you're going to throw everything away once you are done with it. The second bag is going to say soiled linens. Soiled linens, okay? So any towels, this is going to go inside of your soiled linens bag right here. And they don't need to be fancy. They just need to be known that that is what it is. You're going to need 2 Tupperware containers right here. One is going to be labeled disinfected. Very important that it is labeled. Inside of your disinfected container, you're going to have 1 ramekin dish, which is going to be used for your mask, and your disinfected tweezers, which are going to be used for the hair removal step in your practical exam. So those are going to be ready for you right here. Next, after you pull out your cleaning bag, I got a little premature here with my containers, but after you pull out your cleaning bag and you've thrown it away in your trash, you're going to pull out your body drape. This is going to dress your mannequin. One goes over the neck and one goes over the head. We also have a headband. Let me just pull this out here. We have a headband, which is very important. This is going to hold your towel on top of the mannequin's head so it's not moving around anywhere. You're going to have your cape, and you're also going to have 2 towels with 2 bobby pins ready to go. I had to be sure it doesn't move, so I prepped these towels with bobby pins so that when I am wrapping it around the neck, I secure it with the bobby pin and I know that it's not going to go anywhere, and I know that it's not falling all over the place, and I'm not freaking out. So this is going to be one of the bags, your large bags here. Okay? Your blood spill kit is going to go in one of the small bags here. The blood spill kit is very important. Once you're done cleaning your area, you're going to take out your blood spill kit and put it at the front left corner of your table. It's just going to sit like that. The examiner needs to know that you're going to be ready for a blood spill procedure in case something happens to your client. Now, they don't make you go through these steps, but some of them might. So make sure that you read your CIB, the Candidate Information Bulletin, because it tells you exactly what you need to do to follow these steps and to make sure that you do it the correct way. Now, inside of your blood spill kit, you're going to have a pair of gloves. You're going to have an alcohol prep pad. You're going to have 1 cotton round or 1 piece of cotton and a Band-Aid, of course, and a biohazard label. This biohazard label, I just Googled biohazard label. Simple as that. Printed it out. I printed about 4 because I like to practice a lot before my practicals, so these get a little bit, bent out of shape. You want to make sure it's nice and visible, and you put it in your blood spill kit, just like this. Simple as that. Now, once your mannequin is prepped, your blood spill kit is displayed, your trash bags are on the ground underneath your table or onto the side. Your containers nicely displayed. Everything's all ready for your practical. So the first step is going to be hair removal of the eyebrows. We're going to pull out the bags. Now, some girls like to label their bags hair removal, step 1 or bag 1. And I didn't. I just knew, let's open the bag here. So for hair removal of the eyebrows, I'm going to have my simulated wax, a small container of Vaseline purchased from the dollar store. Easy as that. And it's amazing because the top clamps perfectly down, especially for sanitation purposes. The next item in your waxing of the eyebrows bag is going to be your antiseptic. This is very, very important. This container, again, was purchased from the dollar store. It came with about 4 containers just like this, maybe 3 spray bottles and 1 squeeze bottle. Here's your antiseptic, labeled. What I put in here was toner. Some people do water, but some proctors want to see actual product in the bottles. So I went ahead and used something with a little bit of color to make it look more like antiseptic. One of these bottles that came with this that I bought from the dollar store is my Post Wax. This is just regular dollar store lotion that I bought. Then you're going to have your gloves. And then I have a smaller bag inside of my Ziploc, my large Ziploc bag here, that holds about 8 pieces of cotton squares, 3 spatulas. You only need 2, but I put 1 extra one just in case you drop a spatula. You want to make sure you're covered. You know, you don't want to just do the bare minimum, and if you drop something, then you're screwed during the practical, then you have nothing to do. You want to cover yourself. And then I have 2 strips of muslin right here. These were also bought from the dollar store. Surprisingly, I found them there. So, and the reason I have these in a separate bag is for sanitation purposes. You don't want the cotton rounds that are going to touch the face to touch the bottles of product that are in there. So that's all you're going to need for your removal of the eyebrows bag. And again, I have my CIB right here. It's telling me exactly what I need to do. Next step is massaging the face. And this is all you need for massaging the face right here, is 1 medium-sized Ziploc bag and 3 bottles right here. 3 bottles. So the first bottle is going to have my massage cream, again, a lotion that I bought from the dollar store, also with some color in it. Then I have my toner, labeled toner, again with some color in it. And then I have some water. Okay, once the massaging of the face comes into play, you want to bring your water out, because when you're removing the product, you don't want to just rub the product off with the cotton rounds. You want to spray a little bit of water in it to make sure that the product actually comes out. And of course, I have some cotton rounds to remove the product inside of my massage bag. It's about 4 squares. So massage bag, 3 bottles, and about 4 cotton squares. So the next step is going to be my facial mask. I'm going to pull out my bag here. I used a large bag for this, probably because I ran out of Ziploc bags, because obviously I don't need this large of a bag. But inside of my facial mask, I'm going to have my actual mask, labeled, of course. This is just a tiny little ramekin. I bought a green moisturizer from the dollar store, and that's exactly what I used for this. They want to see that you actually have product on your mannequin right here. They want to see that it's actually built up. And you're going to need a fan brush. You can always borrow one of these from your teachers at school. They should let you borrow it. Hopefully they did. My teacher let me borrow it, so thank you, Miss D, because I didn't have to buy a fan brush. So you're gonna need your facial mask, labeled of course, your fan brush. You're going to need a spatula, and again I have these separated because they're going to come in contact with the face, and some cotton rounds. And then you're going to go to your disinfected container. And the first thing you're going to pull out from your disinfected container is your ramekin right here. And this is what you're going to scoop out. Okay, and again, I'll go through these steps a little bit better when I'm actually going through the practical. I just want to tell you what you're going to need for each step here. And you're also going to need moisturizer. This is the first time you're using moisturizer in your practical. Again, a squeeze bottle. Do not touch your palm. Do not do this because they will mark you off and you will fail that portion of the test. So make sure you shake it, get all the product on the bottom, open it, then squeeze it out. This is about the length that you want to go. Do not touch your skin. You will fail because of that. Close it up, put it down, and that is it. So after your facial mask, you're on your very last step. we're gonna move on to makeup, which is everybody's favorite part, right guys? No, it's not, because you have to do makeup on a mannequin and that sucks. But here's your makeup bag. First thing you're gonna pull out, your head drape. They wanna make sure your client's hair is completely out of their face, and that is why you're going to pull out the shower cap and you're going to put it neatly around your mannequin like so. You're going to have one facial palette, makeup palette, and you're gonna have all your makeup. So, I'm going to have everything labeled in tiny little ramekins like this. Again, bought from the dollar store, okay? So, we're gonna start off with our foundation. I just bought it from the dollar store. I'm going to have my eyeshadow. I'm going to have my powder. Everything is labeled. My blush. My lip color. I'm going to have my mascara, as well as some wands to go with it. You do not want to use the wand that's in the mascara brush because that's unsanitary. You have to have an extra wand to dip into that. But do not use the wand that is in here, okay? You're going to have a lip liner as well as an eyeliner, and you cannot use any of these until you sharpen it. You have to showcase that you are sharpening your pencils to your proctor, because if she does not see that you're sharpening it, that means these are not clean. This is not sanitary, and you will fail your test. I also have some spatulas. This is to empty out any of the product that I have. Powder, I just shoot it in like this. Blush, I just dump it in like this. Lip color is when you need your spatula. You're gonna scoop it out and put it out onto your palette like this. Eyeshadow, I'm gonna scoop it out like this. Again, I put an extra spatula in there just in case anything happens to this spatula. I'm covered right here. And that's basically what you need for your lip color if you need to scoop out your lip color like so and put it on your mannequin, as well as your blush brush like this. I also have in my kit some extra towels just in case. They are also prepped with some bobby pins. And I have an extra paper towel separated in a Ziploc bag like this. This is all that you need for your practical. Hopefully it wasn't a bunch of mumbo jumbo to you. I'll try to write it up in a list so that you guys have a guide to go off of. But I just wanted to showcase exactly what's in my bags here and exactly what you're going to need for your practical. I want to make a video of the actual practical test and how I took my test and how I passed and how we're all going to make some amazing money because we passed this fucking state board that we're like freaking out about and we have nothing to worry about. So you're all good. Are you ready? Are you ready for your fucking state board? Because I'm fucking ready for my state board. Are you ready for your state board?
Fuck yeah!